Hey everybody, it's Ryan KC9OZA, and today I'm going to set up my temporary shack antennas. I have a tram dual band I'm going to put up, as well as some sort of HF antenna. Because a buddy of mine, Bruce, I'm going to call you out, has been telling me I need to get my stuff on the air since I moved to my basement shack. Told me no more excuses, so we're going to do it today, Bruce. Hey everybody, it's Ryan KC9OZA, and today I'm putting up a temporary little antenna setup because I moved my shack from there to the basement. And to get by, even though it's a nice day today, I still need to put a lot of stuff back on my tower from the windstorm we had. I'm just going to do a temporary setup for now. This is a tram dual band. It's about 4 foot long. I'll do more of a description in it later in the video. And for HF, I'm using this Sigma Eurocom 6 through 160 meter, and it is braided stainless, but it's got a clear plastic over it, so we'll see how it does. It come from the UK on eBay. I'll talk about it later. So coax I'm using is LMR 400 for this, and this is RG8X or U. I'll talk about it later and show where I got it later in the video. And then just using these chimney straps from eBay. They're the heavier duty ones. They seem to hold up this mast pipe pretty good. I'm going to have a bag on the bottom so it can sit on the roof to help hold it, but I don't think no more than what's going to be on the here. It shouldn't have too much wind load. And then the end fed, I will go out there to that far tree since it's 130 some feet. So we'll go ahead and got that mounted. Now I got to mount this somewhere on the pole, or I may possibly mount it to this braid on the other side of the chimney. So I'll go ahead and do that and we'll be back. So I had a change of plans. I got the dual band up, no problem, but the Sigma end fed, whenever I try to put my RG8X on here, your part that you thread on, it would make about 2 engagements on the thread and then it would slip. So I thought, okay, maybe the coax is bad connector. So I tried the other end. Same thing. It'd make about two turns and then it'd just slip. You could angle it and get it, but it wouldn't make very good engagement. So your grounding side, it wouldn't work properly. So I tried the LMR 400 that I'm using for the dual band, the other end. Same thing. So I got a couple pieces out of the shack just to see, same thing. So I don't see any damage. Can't get my phone to zoom. I don't see any damage anywhere, but I could not for the life of me get any engagement. And where it's not really the greatest to climb up here all the time, I don't want to have to come up here or the wind blow and it disengage my threads. And if I use my tuner or talking on the radio, I don't want it to mess something up. And yes, I could put heat shrink, but again, if only one side is making an engagement, it's not fully grounding like it's supposed to. So I don't want to take a chance, especially with my 7300. You guys know how expensive HF radios are getting nowadays, so it just ain't worth it to me to mess something up. So I emailed the seller. We'll see what we can come to terms with. The only bad thing is they're in the UK, but he did ship this one pretty quick. But luckily, I had this 40 meter half wave as a spare dipole. I've used this in the past for field day, and then until I switched to infeds. I have a Nelson infed 40 meter, but I don't really want to use it up here because I use it for if I do parks on the air, different stuff like that. And then I have a 6 through 160 meter dipole, but I don't want to put it up here because it's going on that tower to replace the broken dipole right there. So I don't want to have to come up here, take all this down to put it over there. So I'm just gonna put this one here for now. This one I may put somewhere down here along my gutter. And I have a shortwave receiver that I purchased that I might use it for that. Put some heat shrink over it. It should be good enough for that. So we'll go ahead and I'm gonna put this up on the mast a little higher, tie off this leg, and then I'll tie off the other leg. So got it up. The short side goes over here to this tree, and the other leg I'll have go over to this tree. It won't quite reach the tree, but that's where I'll have to go over to. Got my coax ran down. Not the prettiest thing, but like I said, this is temporary, so better than nothing. So this is something you don't want to have happen when you go to throw your sandbag over a limb. Went over, and I seen it start to wrap around. I pulled, because usually it'll straighten out, but by then it was too late. Now my sandbag's stuck. I cut the rope, hoping it would fall down, but it did not. So I'm going to try throwing some sticks at it. If that don't work, I'll find me something else. I just think this antenna setup doesn't want set up, because that's still stuck up there. I thought, oh, I'll just tie it down here. Why? So I don't have any more of this string. This was the last bit I had, except for the other side. So I had to improvise for now. Wife like it? Probably not. Will I have to buy her a gift to let me keep it? Probably so. So now we'll go on over to the other side and run the coax into the shack, and hopefully no more bad luck. I know I just jinxed myself. So now I got this leg, you can barely see it. Done around, had to put a screw so I could tie my rope off. So now we will see if the antenna gods, please, will let the coax part of the install go right. But I probably just jinxed myself again. So let's go on back. Well, we got both cables in the shack. Had to run it over my central air ducts. I got two of them right there, so there's about a little over 4 feet. But it was hard to get up in there, but I got them. So we'll hook them up and see how we go. Well, got her all hooked up. She seems to be working. Got the 400 there. HF there. Net's going right now. Only thing I'm going to change up on this is I have a DSP speaker, noise canceling. I'm going to put on that because with my tuner, it likes to cover up my speaker. So we'll fix that. Kind of got everything situated. I'll be doing a review on that. So, do any of you guys ever have issues installing your antennas or radios or anything? I know you guys do. I know I'm not the only one doing it. So, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. Got a few laughs out of it. Catch y'all later. 73s.